Welcome everyone to Yoga Nidra. And this is our second to last Yoga Nidra of 2025. I'm so happy you could be here this evening. I thought that we would focus on maybe some tensing and releasing just in case we encounter those moments in life when the tension seems to be overwhelming. And then we're going to do the Ujjayi breath, which is sometimes called the Darth Vader breath. And I believe that this will instruct you as we go through the meditation and how to do that. The aim is not to make a big sound, but to just enable you to have a focus on the breath. And then we're going to do some more. This is a very breath-heavy meditation tonight. We're going to do a meditation on the elongated breath rotation, and then we'll do another breath visualization before we close out the meditation. And I've been doing a lot of breath work myself, so maybe that's why I was so drawn to so many breath practices recently. So with that, I invite you to take whatever movement you think will help you to settle in this evening. As always, you can do this seated, lying down, whatever position is going to bring you the most comfort and ease. If you want to start with the face, you can look at opening and closing the jaw, maybe scrunching up the face, perhaps stretching the arms overhead, legs in front of you. Just take whatever movements you think would be helpful. And then as you begin to settle in, we're going to do some deliberate tensing and releasing throughout the body. And if you do have any hypertension or cardiac issues, you want to do this very gently. You don't want to overdo. So as you begin to inhale, I invite you to make fists with your hands and deliberately induce a sense of stiffness and tension throughout your shoulders, your arms, your fists. Tighten, tighten, tighten even more. And then as you exhale, release the hands, letting go completely. Relax and just feel that energy draining down the arms. Relaxing even more. Notice the sensations as they move from the shoulders down the arms into the fingertips. And then on your next inhale, I invite you to deliberately induce a sense of stiffness and tension in the hips, the legs, the feet, tightening the lower body, tightening, holding, holding. And as you exhale, release, relaxing completely. And once again, notice that flood of energy downward from the hips, the legs, out through the toes. And then finally, I invite you to tighten the whole body, maybe scrunching up the face, the arms, the hands, the shoulders, the feet, legs, buttocks. Tighten, tighten, hold, hold, and exhale, relaxing completely. And on the next exhale, see if you can relax even a little more. Observe and feel the flood of energy extending to all the muscles, nerves, and cells of the entire body. Allow your whole body to melt into the flood of energy and feel it in the body. Allow your body to go limp like a rag doll, relaxing even further. Release any holding anywhere. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes and quiet your mind. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax, trust, and let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh, letting go even more. And again, breathe in fully and take an audible exhale with a deep sigh, releasing further. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. Now I invite you to bring an intention into your awareness in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you are unclear about your intention, just see what appears in the field of awareness, and then repeat your intention silently to yourself 3 times. Imagine and feel yourself in a place where you like to be. A place where you may feel peaceful and calm, relaxed and quiet. No concerns about the future or past, simply an overwhelming experience of the rightness of things. Perhaps it's an outdoor spot like a beach, watching waves meet the shore, the scent of salt air, the sound of seagulls, or maybe you prefer a grassy green spot with tall trees, the smell of wildflowers, a trickling stream, and maybe still you prefer something indoors, a place of comfort and warmth where you can relax and feel completely safe and at ease. Whatever image arises in your awareness, take it all in and trust it. Fully take in this place, absorbing yourself into all of the sensory expression that goes along with this place. Colors and textures, sounds, smells. Maybe there's a feel to the air. And as you take this place in even more deeply, look around and see if you can find a comfortable spot to sit or lay down. Perhaps it's a hollow in the sand that holds your shape, a soft bed of moss, or a nice, cushy, soft chair to relax into. Whatever it is, surrender the weight of your body, feeling completely supported. No effort or need to hold yourself up. Breathe in the scent, the sight, the sounds of this place. Allow the whole experience to permeate your entire being, absorbed into each and every cell with each breath in and each breath out. Feeling through bodily sensations what it is to be safe and at peace, surrounded, protected in this place where you may deeply rest. Feel how restful and calm you are, feeling more content, relaxed, more grounded. Know that you can return to this safe place anytime you want or need to. Feel yourself descending down into the stillness beneath the mind. All excess tension and holding carried out with each exhaling breath. Enter the deepest state of letting go right now. Feel what is present without labels or comments, feeling more, thinking less. Feel your outward attention moving inward. Release any struggle to make anything happen. Relax. Relax deeply. Allow your attention to lead you into total absorption, feeling yourself held in absolute stillness. A deep sense of stillness, expanding everywhere. As we move deeper into Yoga Nidra, try to remain as motionless as possible. If you do need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you are able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. In Yoga Nidra, you enter a subconscious energetic field. Allow your mind to merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the area of the third eye between the eyebrows. Now, your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. Now I invite you to direct your awareness toward your breath. Follow and feel the entire passage of breath as it moves in and out. The next time you inhale, inhale through the nose and fill the lungs naturally. And as you exhale, gently contract the back of the throat, creating an ocean sound. Inhale normally and exhale with the sound of the ocean. As you do this, slow the passage of the breath, creating no strain or struggle. Become absorbed in the sound and the sensation of the exhaling breath. This exhalation breath is called Ujjayi breath. The next time you inhale, pause for a moment at the top of the inhalation before exhaling with the Ujjayi breath. And then again, inhale fully, pause at the top of the inhalation, and exhale with the ocean sound of the Ujjayi breath. On your next breath, allow the breath to naturally pause at the top of the inhalation and again at the bottom of the exhalation. Inhaling fully, pause at the top, exhale, and allow the breath to gradually terminate at the bottom. Now, allow attention to be drawn in with the breath up to the third eye between the eyebrows. And as you exhale, allow attention to softly rest at the third eye. Continue to follow this rhythm of breath on your own, keeping your undivided attention on the third eye. You may notice that as you become more relaxed, the breath naturally becomes soft, more shallow. Now I invite you to allow your breath to return to its normal rhythm, letting go of the focus on the third eye. Melt and merge into the field of silence. Dissolve like a drop into the ocean of oneness. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Experience silence extending everywhere. Enter an effortless state of being. On your next inhalation, draw the breath from the tip of the toes up to the top of the head. And then as you exhale, draw the breath down from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Repeat this visualization as you breathe for the next few breaths. In from the tip of the toes to the top of the head, and then exhale from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. On the next inhale, draw the breath in from the ankles up to the top of the head, and then exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the ankles. Repeating this visualization as you breathe for the next few breaths. Now draw the breath in from the knees up to the top of the head, and exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the knees. Again, repeating the visualization as you breathe several times. Inhale from the base of the spine up to the top of the head, and exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the base of the spine. Inhale from below the navel up to the top of the head, and exhale the breath down from the top of the head to below the navel. Inhale from the solar plexus up to the top of the head, and exhale the breath down from the top of the head to the solar plexus. Inhale through the heart center and exhale out through the crown of the head. Inhale through the throat and exhale out through the crown of the head. Inhale through the third eye and exhale out through the crown of the head. Now merge into the subtle upward flow of energy. Become one with the boundless field of energy extending everywhere. All separation dissolving in a background of evenly hovering awareness. Now I invite you to direct your attention to a constricted or dense part of the body. Though you may not consciously recognize the cause of this feeling, the innate intelligence of your body knows how to resolve it. I invite you to direct your breath into this area now. Make space for it. Give it room to move, loosen, disperse, dissolving, lightening, the body releasing whatever it no longer needs. Now sense the body's healing energy streaming towards this area as if it were attracting it like a magnet. Watch this part of your body returning to wholeness, vitality, as it is surrounded by a healing light. With each inhalation, begin to sense the body as more energy than density, until the whole body is felt as a pulsing, tingling energy field. any emotions, thoughts, and fears that may have contributed to the imbalance may now be released and resolved. See and feel the whole body as healed and whole. Now, once again, I invite you to direct your attention to the center between the eyebrows and drop into the deepest level of relaxation. Here, there remains nothing to do or achieve. You have entered the domain of grace. In this domain of integration, you are witness of all that is happening but doing nothing to make it happen. All that can never be done by your doing can happen only in the non-doing presence of your being. Feel completely safe and comfortable as you hand yourself over to the power and protection of presence. Feel it, experience it, be it. Hand over all fear, apprehension, and anxiety about all that you want to change, control, and manage. Let go of all doing. Replace it with trust and faith in a higher power. Allow your mind to merge and melt into the presence and enter the sanctuary of silence. Remain empty and free from all doing. Feel yourself as time-transcendent presence right now. Here, your intention and your affirmations are actualized and fulfilled with effortless ease. If you have an intention, I invite you to once again bring it into your awareness 3 times in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you do not have an intention, just remain silent and allow Spirit, who knows what is best, to do it for you. Allow this intention to go to the deepest levels of recognition with no hesitation. Know that your higher self recognizes, honors, and accepts your intention. Have faith and trust that it has been heard and is being acted upon by a higher power of the source within you. There is no need for you to do anything about it. I invite you to bring your attention back to the center between the eyebrows and feel all the energies of your body from all meridians activated, purified, and balanced. All channels are open and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body and calming the mind. Open your heart and feel content. Just experience. Allow your entire self to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I next say. I go to the source that heals all conflicts and restores my health and peace of mind. I am the creator of all that I perceive, feel, and experience. I live in a perpetual creative response to what is present. I feel the love, light, and grace that has always surrounded me. I invite my body to create a profound healing shift right now. Establish yourself firmly in faith and trust to receive the grace, protection, and guidance of the higher self within you. The more often you go to your source, the easier it will be to return there and the longer you may stay there. Feel the presence of your own spiritual guides surrounding you and blessing you. Accept their blessing and grace. Embody it and spread it wherever you go. Now, you have prepared the base from where you may carry out interactions with life and interpersonal relationships with the integrative power of love and the source within. You are the emissary of light and love. Carry it everywhere you go and to everyone you meet. If you have an area that you feel needs healing, physical, mental, or emotional, allow this light and love to flow into that area now. Now begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly, feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting on whatever surface it's on, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, but only if you feel ready, and keeping your eyes closed, you may begin to move as if you are waking from a restful sleep. If you're lying down, you may want to bend your knees, drawing them closer to your chest, perhaps rocking sideways gently. If you're seated, you may want to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently moving slightly. Take your time, do not hurry. And then again, if you're lying down and you want to turn over onto your right side, curling up into a little ball, feel the safety, comfort, and protection of that position. And once more, bring your intention into your awareness. Repeat it silently to yourself just once. Change nothing. Know that every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with your intention. You may gradually begin to sit up if you've been lying down, taking gentle movements if you're seated, keeping the eyes closed. Continue to stay deep in this deep inner experience, knowing that what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed, something deep within has shifted to connect you with an intention. Become aware of the body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring attention back into the body. Notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how silent the mind is, how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you may easily enter here again and again. If you feel ready, you may gradually open your eyes. Tonight's practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete, and I thank you for joining me this evening.